So, the people I'm going to be tagged, or the people I'm going to be tagging, I should say, 3 people. I'm going to tag Crimson Seabad, I'm going to tag Connor WTK1, and I'm going to be tagging Numbnexus.
So I kind of have to do this now, because Supra tagged me in this, and he's white, so that makes him cool. And like, it's not like I'm late or anything, even though I'm like 2 months late, which if you want to make it sound cooler is like 60 days. So yeah, let's do it. Hello. Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. I am Numbnexus, bring you here this tag that actually one of my really close friends, Supra Lugia, he doesn't like to be called Supra Lugia because mascot, it's a long story, but basically about a month and a half ago, he tagged me in this challenge, and I'm just like, I'm just now doing this video for a multiple amount of reasons, and I've talked to him about a multiple amount of reasons because he, I always when I ask, he's like, hey bro, I tagged you in this shit. Why don't you fucking do it? So I'm like, all right, man, okay, well, you know, why don't you suck a dick? I'm sorry, it's so aggressive. But now here I am doing it. So basically it's a tag video that he tagged me in that probably isn't even a relevant tag anymore, but it's a tag, and essentially, you know, we're just talking about the teams that we want to potentially have for Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon. So of course, if you guys are enjoying, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more Sun and Moon content, and by all means, let me know what pair of 6 you're gonna have on your team, Pokemon Sun and Moon. But with that, I actually have an image. I got an image rolled up of this, right? I got an image rolled up of this, and I'm ready to sit down and talk about it. I'm about to pull it up right now. I call it Sumo Team, my folder. Here we go. So obviously the first thing I want to talk about is Lytton and the full and Torracat and the whole, you know, whatever the final one is, you know? Essentially, that's what's gonna be my starter Pokemon. I'm gonna keep my starter Pokemon because most times in playthroughs, believe it or not, and I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, because I feel like a lot of other people don't do this, I drop my starter after like Gym 4 or Gym 5, you know? Because I'm like, there's so many better Pokemon with the exact same typing, you know? Like, what was it? In 5th gen, when I would have like the first Pokemon I started off with in 5th gen was Oshawott, but like Seismitoad is right there and he's better, and so's that's what I think, you know, that's what I think. I think Seismitoad is better than Samurai. I probably just triggered all you Samurai lovers. I'm sorry. I think the examples like that, there are a bunch of other water Pokemon I can name off the top of my head like that. I would always choose Gyarados over Blastoise as well. You know, I would never just keep I always start off Venusaur, you know? Grass boys right here, grass boys. I would never choose Cyndaquil within Gold and Silver. I would always opt for like Houndour for Houndoom. So just kind of things like that, you know. I would always drop my starter, but this is a starter Pokemon that I actually don't want to drop. The few starters I actually haven't dropped is Turtwig. I have chosen Turtwig for life in 4th gen. Venusaur, I've never dropped him. He's easily my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. I love Bulbasaur. Swampert, love the shit out of Swampert. We're Team Swampert, boys. I absolutely love the hell out of Swampert. And then Greninja. Greninja's cool as shit. Like, people can't sleep on that. He's cool as shit. And the anime showed that even more. But Lytton, I never fallen in love with a starter Pokemon like this for a long time. The last time I fell in love with a starter Pokemon like this, dead ass, was like Turtwig. I love the shit out of Turtwig, dude. Turtwig, at that point when I saw him in like the 5th grade, is when I first saw an image of Turtwig on Cerebi. I actively used Cerebi for a very long time. And, you know, I saw that and I wanted it immediately. I'm looking at Lytton now. I want this immediately on my team. There's all these leaked images out there, you know, of these Chinese riddle leaks. It's all rumored. It's not really confirmed yet. It's just not really confirmed yet. And apparently Lytton stands up on 2 feet, is so the rumors say. It's not confirmed or anything. I'm really hoping that it's not. I'm really hoping that it's not. I'm just hoping it's not. I'm just hoping that it's not. So yeah, I really love the hell out of Lytton. I haven't fallen in love with a fire type like this in a long time, and most times when new games come out, I never choose the fire Pokemon. I never choose it. Like I Bulbasaur was the first one, Generation 1, Generation 2 was Totodile, Generation 3 was Mudkip, Generation 4 was Turtwig, Generation 5 was Oshawott, and Generation 6 was Froakie. I've never chosen the fire starter ever on the first time playing through a Pokemon game, ever. This is the one that is gonna be it. I love it. And no, it's not because I don't like Infernape. I love Infernape. I think it's one of the coolest starter Pokemon. I'm not nuts about Blaziken. Emboar is okay for me. I like Emboar, but I just don't like Charizard. So that's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it. Moving on now to the next mon that I put on my squadron. My boy Laurentius. I've been on Team Laurentius ever since the thing has first been announced. You can even go back to my reaction. I've made reaction videos of all the Pokemon that are going to be on my team. So you definitely can go check those out. I absolutely love Laurentius. I love it. I love it so much, you know? It looks cool as shit. It's a cool ass praying mantis design. I get like a feminine, you know, type of like Scyther type of feeling for it, you know? But it's just like, I love it. I love it so much. I do. It looks cool. The design for it is badass as shit. Its eyes really resemble Flygon, and I really don't like Flygon, you know, because he could be better and Garchomp is there, but I like Laurentius. It looks cool as shit. It's kind of like, what's his face? Bon Clay from One Piece? I'm pretty sure that's the guy I'm talking about, that fruity ass swan nigga dude. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm talking about, Bon Clay. It is Bon Clay, Mr. 2 you want to say. I kind of get the Bon Clay feel from it, and believe it or not, I did like Bon Clay. That nigga was cool as shit. Even though he was hella fruity, he was cool as shit, but it's 2016, we're all fruity as shit. Damn. But I love Laurentius. I get this whole like cotton candy type of mint type of vibe from it as well, from its color scheme. I like the khakis. Shout out to my guys, khakis, my guy B. He's from New York with them whack ass villager Tims. I'm sorry, Laurentius, I gotta roast you though. What are those? What is that? Look at the balance in his claw. One is much larger than the other. But I love Laurentius. Ever since the thing has first been announced, I absolutely love the shit out of it. It's color, from the color scheme to the design. I kind of got like a Scyther feeling for it. And it has kind of been confirmed that he is like the last evolution. There's one before it too, but I just can't really remember the name for it. I still can't remember the name for most of these mons, so I'm gonna do the best that I can. I'm gonna definitely hella do the best that I can, you know? But yeah, Laurentius, absolutely love. Moving on now to my next buddy within the squadron is gonna be my dude, my guy, Hakkamo. And if you guys haven't already seen it already, like me, Shofu, Shade, and Nappy like all collaborated in this video that we did with Nappy. I thought that video was funny as shit. We all hyped up the shit out of Hakkamo, because believe it or not, I'm gonna leave that video in the description first. The video is funny as shit, but believe it or not, a lot of people actually don't like Hakkamo, and they don't like Hakkamo because they think Kamo, which is the middle evolution one, they think that's what the final evolution should have been like. It should have looked like that. It should not have had that many scales. It should have been some type of skinny, lanky type of thing, kind of like a Aerodactyl on 2 feet type of shit, you know? And yeah, people just don't like it. They think that Pokemon tried too hard with the design. Some people think Pokemon ran out of design, so they just said fucking added 50 million scales. I'm like, no, do you not know the lore behind it? That Hawaiian warriors and stuff like that? Look at the lore. It's cool as shit. First off, it's dragon fighting. That's hidden like a freaking truck, all right? 2 of the most offensive typings in the meta, literally. When you pair those 2 together, fucking ×4 weakness fairy, bro. He has soundproof, and most of the fairy moves you see today are like pixelated hyper voice. If you don't know what it is, pixelate makes any normal move a fairy move, and since hyper voice is a normal move, it becomes a fairy move, and it boosts it too, and there's a stab. So there's all of that, you know. Very few mons actually run like actual Moonblast. Like I think the most popular mon to actually run Moonblast is like Xerneas and Clefable. I know it is Togekiss as well, but I know sometimes Togekiss can't learn Moonblast. Fun fact, it's Dazzling Gleam. I don't know why I said Moonblast. But yeah, not much fairy mons actually run Moonblast outside of the very common 2, Clefable and Xerneas. And Xerneas is obviously, you know, He's a freaking mascot legend. We're not gonna talk about him. More along common in the Smogon tiers. He's not allowed in the OU tier. Clefable is there, and it's actually the most popular mon in the OU tier. Clefable can hit it with a Moonblast. I think in the meta, more fairy types that can learn Moonblast will start to run Moonblast just so they don't get walled out by Hakkamo. I think they're gonna start doing that. Like, I think you're gonna start seeing Sylveon's a Moonblast if they ran an OU, but Sylveon is UU as fuck now, and I think it fits perfect in UU, so it's gonna stay there unless it just ends up being like a balance change. Same thing with Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir has one of the strongest hitting Hyper Voices in the game, and with that base 160, 165 special attack, stab, put that all into consideration. So when it completely blocks out one of the strongest Hyper Voices in the game, I think Mega Gardevoir is going to start running Moonblast as well, just strictly for Hakkamo to kind of help my guy happen here, you know? So I think more fairy types will start running Moonblast and just be able to handle this guy so they don't get walled out. You know, it's like when Keldeo started running like Hidden Power Ghost or Hidden Power Bug, so they don't get walled out by like Starmie and Celebi and Jellicent and all that type of stuff, you know? So that was in black and white 2 days when Keldeo was the best fucking mon in the meta. But I love the shit out of Hakkamo. That's my dude right there. That's my dude. That's my dude. That's my dude. The next one we're going to be talking about here, obviously, of course, is Silvally. Ever since I saw Type Null, I absolutely fell in love with Type Null. And for some reason, a lot of people did not like Type Null. And I know some people are like, Nexus, what are you talking about? That's crazy. I've never seen anybody say this. I feel like maybe it's just the people that I saw on my timeline, or maybe it's the people that I saw like on that day. You know, the people that I saw on that day on the Twitter, because when Type Null was first revealed, people were like, what is that? Did Pokemon just run out? That's a common thing. People constantly say, did Pokemon run out of ideas? No, they did not. They did not. Just because I swear, most Gen 1ers stay saying that. No, just because it doesn't appeal to you, doesn't mean that they ran out of ideas, you know? And I like Type Null. I like Type Null. I absolutely love it. He's got that cool Arceus neck bracelet around his neck. And then I knew that Type Null was going to have a lot of promise the moment that he was going to have some alternate type of form. Because if you read in his description, it says that when his mask is shattered, he loses all that weight and he becomes stronger and faster. So with the mask on, it holds his power back, and he's not as fast, he's not as strong. I'm assuming with the mask on, he's gonna be a little bulkier, and he's not gonna be hitting nowhere near as hard, and he's not gonna be nowhere near as fast. I highly doubt he's gonna be like base 100 speed with the mask on. It'll probably be like 70, 75, some shit like that. Without the mask, I could honestly see it being like 110, 115, 120, some busted shit like that. But Silvally's cool as shit. It's honestly my favorite mon so far that has just been revealed. First off, all 6 of these mons are all of my favorite mons revealed so far from Sun Moon. All of them. But if I had to go in a list from order, Silvally is definitely number 1, and I absolutely loved the shit out of Silvally. You know, Silvally is just look at its design, dude. It's cool as shit. Like, you honestly, dead ass, cannot hate on its design, dude. Like, that design is way too cool. No, that design is way too cool to be passed up. It's easily one of the coolest designs from this game, and it's not something to be slept on because you know he's about to be busted as shit. He's literally a man-made Arceus, dude. What happened when human messed with Pokemon? Alright? The first one they made was freaking Mewtwo. And what did he do? He beat everybody's ass and cloned Pokemon. This nigga was so smart, he made Pokemon himself. He defied God and made Pokemon himself. That was Scratch 1. Scratch 2, what we got? Genesect. Genesect was busted as shit. This thing was like literally obliterating if you watch the movie, it was obliterating everything and everyone. Shout out to Team Plasma for working on that. You know, supposedly the theory is that Genesect is like a modified, you know, it's like a resurrected modified Kabutops. They found like a Kabutops, I guess, fossilization or some shit like that, and they kind of worked on it with their science and gizmos and shit like that, and out came Genesect. That's the theory, you know, that's just a theory. The game theory! That's just a theory with it. So, I mean, hey, why humans mess with Pokemon, man? When humans mess with Pokemon, we stay getting busted shit. Stay getting busted shit. Do not mess with Pokemon, human. Do you hear me? Do not, unless you're making out with them. That's me right there. The next squadron that's gonna be on the team is Whimpod, of course. Yeah, it's gonna be Whimpod, of course. I have had high hopes for Whimpod ever since he came out. You're gonna probably listen to the clip, like, within this video, like now.
Wimp out? Whimpod? Look, he's got promise, though. At me on this shit, okay? He's got promise. Quote me on this. His evolution is gonna be flames. The first guy, Whimpod, he's cute. He's gonna have promise. I like him. He's adorable. He's definitely gonna have promise. I hope he evolves at least. So his evolution is cool because you gotta think about it. Everyone's probably bitching at him for his ability, but you know when you're weak, and it actually when your HP is weak in the wild, it's harder for you to run away, and the Pokemon then will kill you. So it's good for Nuzlocks. So for you Nuzlockers that want to Nuzlocke Sun and Moon day 1, he's good to use. Whimpod is absolutely incredible. I love Whimpod. I've been saying since day 1. I feel like I'm the only one that has been on the Whimpod train. Everybody has just forgotten about this Pokemon. When niggas don't know that he's literally gonna be good as shit, people really just don't know this. His evolution line is gonna be fire. He's gonna evolve into fire, right? He's literally gonna be powerful as shit. I literally said it in my reaction video the day Whimpod was announced. I'm like, no, they're making this nigga look too dumb to like, to end up being trash, you know? Are we gonna get another Farfetch? I might be gassing it up for absolutely no reason, and I might look hella stupid and hella embarrassed when we find out either A, he doesn't evolve, or B, he evolves into something that's even more of a pussy. But what SpongeBob taught me is anchor arms make a man, and you know good and damn well, a horse shoe, feet opposite of feet, hands, arms on the hands, anchor arms make a man. Put that piece together. Put all of that shit together. And think about that. Because Whimpod is gonna go from wimp to pimp. If you hear anybody else take that, copyright that, at me at that. That is my thing. I'm gonna make a video. I'm dead ass about to make a video. When they ever announce Whimpod's evolution, I'm dead ass about, and the demo is soon too. The Sun and Moon demo is like actually really soon. So I feel like when the Sun and Moon demo comes out, because they did this with the Oris demo too, they're going to leak absolutely everything. So this is just like a fair warning. When that day comes, stay away from the internet. Cause I'm telling you right now, if you're an active user of like Twitter or the internet or some shit like that, nah. You about to get exposed because there's no way of avoiding that. But I guess when that day comes, I'm assuming they're gonna tell us what happens to this poor little guy. So God bless, can't wait. Next Mon and Squadron I actually have on a team, and I'm probably gonna butcher this name because I still don't know how to pronounce this name because there's no official pronunciations for like half these Mons. How you say his name? Passimian. I'm gonna go ahead and say Passimian. He's that monkey one. He's a pure fighting one. It's not Oranguru. He's Passimian, and I think he's cool as shit. First, I love monkeys. Number one, I absolutely love monkeys. So the fact that a cool ass monkey, lemur. More of a lemur type of. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's more of a lemur than anything. Is dropped in this game is pretty freaking badass. He's a cool ass lemur, and he looks cool as shit. I mean, he's balling on these O's. He's got that little melon that he's holding in one of his hands, you know, and he ain't messing with nobody at all. And if you notice it too, he actually cuts one of the lemons and puts it on his head. Look at the top of his head. Yo, but for real though, his arms are built as shit. He's not only a fighting type, but from his design, I'm gonna go ahead and just assume that he's gonna be a fast fighting type. And I'm saying this because a lot of you competitive battles, you know, most fighting types actually aren't fast. I know there's gonna be that one guy that's like, oh, Terrakion, Keldeo, Cobalion, Brazion. Dude, those are like one of the few exceptions. Most fighting types are just not fast. You know, they're just there's Lucario too, and most fighting types just aren't fast. That's my point, okay? And they try to keep it that way because they're supposed to be bulky and powerful. That's supposed to be stupid fast, and this mean shell as well. 5th gen really brought in most of these fast-ass fighting types. Blame 5th gen. They brought in a lot of competitively viable Mons. 5th gen brought a lot of great Mons. That's what I like about 5th gen. They brought great Mons. But Passimian, I feel like he has a lot of promise. His ability is cool as shit, and more along work. I don't know how it's gonna work in singles. I think it only works in doubles, to where if you knock out the opponent's, knock out the Pokemon on your side,
because you know doubles is the official format of Pokemon, the official competitive format, which is sponsored, esports, etc., all of that. If you have passed me in, and let's say you have like a Lytton, left side passing me in on the right side, you kill the Lytton, he's gonna receive that ability from whatever it was. I'm assuming that's exactly what it was. With the receiver ability, the Pokemon can inherit the ability of the ally who faints in battle. Yeah, so essentially that's what it's gonna be, and he'll pick up like Blaze or something like that, you know? Or if you have a Shedinja, he'll pick up like Wonder Guard, and the only things that can hit him there are like Psychic, Flying, and Fairy. So, whoa, man. I know, crazy, right? Crazy. So, his design is cool as shit, number one. Number two, I have promised and hoped that he's gonna be a fast-ass fighting type. His body's kind of built like Misha, except he's way more buffer because it's like slick and slim, but like Misha, much more buffer. I just like the melon. I like monkeys, and he's like a lemur monkey thing, so I love it. And the melon, I like pineapple, so we have fate. He's like my spirit animal, you know? He's my spirit animal. He's me. In the Kalos region, he's most definitely me, you know? He's 100% me. I love you so much. I love you so much, pass me. I love you so much. I love you. That's my nigga right there. We're about to ball on these hoes. That's my nigga right there. But that's really gonna be it though, guys, for this video. Those are the 6 mons that I'm gonna be keeping on my team. And since this video is calling out late, I'm not really gonna tag anybody. Tag videos is gonna end here. Because usually in tag videos, you're supposed to tag somebody and you keep the chain going. Yeah, I'm late as shit. Sorry to my bro Supra. I'm gonna leave Supra's channel in the link in the description, guys. He's actually very close to 50K. That's my boy. He's been on the grind. Shout out to him. And shout out to him for tagging me. So of course, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'd love to hear feedback and what you guys think, what would be on your team Pokemon Sun and Moon. But with that, that's really gonna be it though, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys again for watching. I am Numbnexus. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Goodbye.